Welcome home. I'm Stephanie Fields with Mortgage Investors Group.
And I'm Jamie Hill with One Stop Realty and Auction, and we're glad that you're here with us.
Hey.
So Stephanie, today I wanted to ask you a question because a lot of times when I'm having conversations with buyers, especially first-time buyers, but really anybody, I want to, of course, prepare them for the process of what they're about to go through. And when they're using a loan, one of the pieces that I explain that they have to go through is underwriting. And I've realized a lot of people may not know that term. So although we use that term pretty frequently in our business, that might not make sense to every buyer. So how would you explain what underwriting means and what that process is?
Underwriting is done by a person with the job title of underwriter. And the underwriters are responsible for ensuring a lot of very small details. The purpose of that is because underwriting at its core definition, simply put, means to accept liability. So we're getting ready to accept liability for a lot of money that's being lent to you or the buyer. So there's a lot of just nitpicky, deep dives that go into uncovering all of the financial paper trails and where did this money come from. So they're looking for compliant meeting of all of the regulatory guidelines. Okay. And that seems like a huge picture. It is, it's pretty detailed, but that's why we have underwriters.
Yeah. And I always try to let my buyers know too that during that process, it can feel a little bit nerve-wracking because they may get a lot of phone calls. They might be asked for a lot of documentation. And it feels like, oh my gosh, is something wrong? Because they keep calling and asking for stuff. And I felt like I already gave them a lot of information, right?
Yeah, of course, because the underwriters truly do approve or not approve the loan. So it feels a little nerve-wracking there. And thank you for backing me up, because I try to set expectations with buyers that, hey, we may have more questions once the underwriter reviews this.
Yeah.
So I get the feeling, but it's not necessarily anything to be scared of, because if you're in underwriting, you've already got a pretty good start.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And also, I try to remind people that if you were lending someone hundreds of thousands of dollars, you would want to probably really research that they have the ability to pay that back.
That's a great way to do it. Yeah.
So even though, it's a bank loaning this money, it's important to just realize that it is a high risk for them as well. So,
right. Well, thank you. I think that's a great question. And if you like what you're seeing, please do like us, subscribe, share with a friend if you know somebody that's thinking about buying a house. We're just really trying to educate on that process.
Absolutely. Have a great day.